All right, so today I wanted to go over the installation rate sheets. So basically, this is what we create all of our invoices from. So when I tell you to invoice somebody for such and such amount, that such and such amount is based off of this installer rate or these installer rates here. All right, so basically, when you get the appointment completion form, you should have all of the um, information that you need to create an invoice and send it to that appropriate store. So, everything but this right here, the measure fee, you won't have that. That's something that I will be sending to you to create an invoice for. So obviously we create invoices for measures and for installations. Now, this isn't the case for everyone. Obviously with Lowe's, um, we create an invoice, but we don't necessarily send that invoice. I'll kind of go over the Lowe's pricing sheet too, so basically you can look at that price sheet and match it up to what I'm being paid and make sure those two line up, because if they don't line up, then something's off and we need to get that taken care of. But this is a minimum installation fee, is $65, and $65 is the minimum service call. So basically, installation fee, say we're installing 2 blinds, that's a total of $34. So we will not invoice them for $34 because our minimum fee is $65. So we will invoice them for $65. Say, on our price sheet, I'm gonna have the installer put the linear foot of vertical products. Say the linear foot is 7. You multiply the 750 times 7, and if that is over the 65 amount, then you invoice the higher amount. Let's use 10 as a better example. So say there was 10-foot linear foot of vertical product installed. So 10 times 750 is $75. We will obviously invoice the $75 and not the 65. So always know that, our prices, any invoice that we send is always a minimum of $65. So anything over that $65, it's the higher amount. All right, so down here, these are all surcharges. Um, Basically, any miles over 50. So in the appointment completion form, they're gonna write the total miles in that slot. Say it's 75 miles. So they get 50 miles round trip. So the 75 miles you will add to the invoice, um, 25 times the 150. So 25 times the 150, whatever that is, you will add that to whatever product's being installed. That's just an additional charge. So all of these right here, you're going to add to the install fee or the service fee. So basically, let me see here. Say we're installing 10, um, 10 blinds. That would be 17 times 10. That would be $170. And say we took down 3 shades. So take down shades right here, $10 each, 3. So the 170 times taken down to 3 is 30. That is a total now of $200 even. Then you go down here and you see that, let me see here, see that a ladder was needed on 2 openings. So each opening we charge $20. So for 2, that's $40. Plus the 200 that we've already counted up, that's a total of $240 that we would need to invoice for. So, you're kind of just, adding everything up and creating a price. If they go into a condominium or a high rise, that will be checked. So that's a minimum $65 addition. So, in the example I just gave, we're at a total of $240. If we add, or if that's in a high rise, that's an additional $65. So it'll be a total of $305 that we invoice for. Hold down brackets. All of this stuff's going to be basically in in the on the appointment completion form. So you won't need to really know any of this, because he'll mark, or they'll mark down how many pairs of hold down brackets. So say there's 2 pairs, that's $6, obviously. Any other crazy charges, you're obviously, if there's anything out of the norm, always ask me. And in the beginning, you're always gonna just verify with me on the charges and the invoice, and make sure everything's good. But this is really it. You're just kind of creating the invoice also off of this chart here. So this is for blinds, shades, and shutters. I'm getting ready. I'll get ready to get into the drapery here. Basically, this is for all of the drapery. Say, in their removal of existing hardware. That's on the appointment cancellation form. He's going to put, or appointment completion form, he's going to put the total foot. So say it's 10 total foot that he's removing. You multiply that by 350 and you got $35. Basically, say he's got a rod that's 12 foot. So that is, let me see here. Say it's up to 120 inches tall. So that would be 10 foot. Just with the pull of the rod and rings and drapes. Say he's got 10 foot. You're going to multiply the 10 by 9 and you're going to have 90. We'll get into the single traverse rod and double traverse rod. That's all going to be marked on there. But any extended width, so if you get to basically a linear foot that's over 12, you will charge an additional $3.50 onto the original amount there. So say we got a single traverse rod and it's 14 foot. So basically what you're going to do is charge $9.75 for 12 foot, and then for the additional 2 foot you're just going to charge the $3.50. So it would be so you would add for the 2 additional foot over the 12 foot, it would be a $13.25 charge. So it would end up being $13.25 times 2 for those additional foot, and then $9.75 for the 12 foot. So you would do 12. If this is an example of 14 foot, you would do 12 by $9.75, and then 2, the other 2 foot there, by the $13.25 is how that would work out. But that's this price sheet here. These sheets in here, it's really just a specification sheet telling what's all installed. This really isn't a rate sheet. I'll go ahead and, I don't know if I can move that or not. But anyways, this is the Lowe's sheet. This is the Lowe's price sheet right here. So basically it's the same exact thing. So you're just going to match this up to what they actually paid, and we'll be good to go. This is the price sheet and what they pay for everything that needs to be done. So that's really about it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And like I said, we'll kind of walk through this together in the beginning until we get the hang of it, and we'll be good to go. Thanks so much.